So now we should be live, and
Okay.
I see we have a lot of viewers, and I would like to welcome all of them to the Chessinside Arena. This is our second
Me too.
tournament. I'm here with woman FIDE master Maria Lex fr
Yes. Hi.
fr
Hi, I welcome all of you
from
too.
Poland, and I'm joining from Sweden. And
Oh, I didn't know that even.
yeah, I'm Turkish, but I live in Sweden. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so we see a lot of top players here. Almost the now we are seeing the first 10 players. They're all rated quite high. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and even I think our first tournament was won by this Armenian grandmaster. He's also
Do we know how is it called? How is it called?
um,
What's his name?
yes, I can check that. I know. Um,
Because that's actually interesting. There are plenty of very good players in Armenia,
yes,
very titled players.
he's Grandmaster Haik Martirosyan.
Aha,
Yeah,
okay. I don't know
yeah,
him. I don't believe I know him, but I'm sure he's
yeah.
great.
Actually, he was playing in this yesterday's titled arena, and he was going
Yeah.
first place until like 1 hour left. But then he keep losing a lot of games. But I think he finished in top 10.
Uh-huh. Okay, maybe
So
he got tired
yeah,
after a
yeah,
while,
it's
but still, that's a pretty good
yeah.
result.
I mean, he was ahead of
Okay.
Carlsen
Yep.
like 20 points at some point, I believe, but then, yeah, he got
Wow.
tired. And of course, when you are at the top uh, standing, you keep playing very good players. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to stay focused all the time and to play your best all the time. I can imagine. Okay, so it seems like it's going to be an interesting battle since we have so many titled players.
yeah,
As you said, there are over 30 of them, right? And in general, we have 480 players.
yes. So I just started. We will just follow the top player for now, and you can
Yeah,
actually
okay.
see that the black pieces they have. He has berserked, so now he has a half time. But if he
Yeah,
wins, he will
yeah.
get more points. So this is how Lichess works.
Okay, I see. So we have the first board here, and two grandmaster got paired, and they play really fast. So it's hard to
Yeah.
keep
So how we do it usually is
track.
as we will see if it's if the position gets interesting, we can stop a bit and talk about it, and let's see. But as far
Okay.
as I can see, the white is quite good. It's quite dangerous
Yeah, I
attack.
think so, but black has the option of the
Now
e5 square, but
G4
it
as
seems
well.
like too many. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, that's why he needed to exchange the pieces, and now he has another spot. Oh, okay. He decided to 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 give him his exchange.
I mean, commenting on like blitz games is more like horse racing, you know. It's like
Yeah, it is. It's hard to keep
everything
track
keeps changing
because
in few moves. But
yeah.
let's see.
Okay, what do you think about this position? It
I
seems
like
like
black actually better.
yeah, yeah, me too. Because of
Maybe
that
it's
double
f5 at
pawns
some
on c
point.
file. Yeah, yeah. Also, the e5 pawn is pretty weak right now, so f5 is coming there. Yeah, and there is no way of white getting rid of this knight from g4 or
I mean,
e5.
if black just waits and does nothing, white cannot advance at all because I mean you cannot advance with this
Yeah,
pawn.
yeah.
This pawn, it's impossible. So let's see.
So, what do you think should be his plan, White's plan?
I
It's hard to
yes, I think
say,
it's just
right?
try to find some weakness in these maybe like here,
King's position, yeah.
just on the
Yeah.
G file
I think
and
that's the only way.
play for a trick or something because it's blitz. So
Yeah, but still, there is this really strong knight on g4, so it seems like he can't do anything really.
No.
And actually, white has no perspectives right now. Okay, maybe we'll see some other game since this one is. Well, maybe there is something more interesting because it seems like they are only trying to move as fast as they can.
Yeah. I will then try to get to some other game.
Yeah.
Top games we can see here. Grandmaster Elda. They just started this game, so and no one has berserked, so hopefully this will be a
Okay.
interesting game as well.
Okay, they have almost 3 minutes, so maybe it will be a slightly slower game.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we can see, they have opposite castles, and it seems like whoever is first with their attack wins the
And
game.
it looks like white is actually now quite good
Yeah,
because
yeah.
f6 is
The
going to be yeah,
h7 is a really weak spot, right? But it seems like the king can get
to
out through
e7.
f8 and e7, yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay, so what is happening
I mean the
right
bishop is
now? He
now quite
exchanged.
good because controls g7 and also threatens this diagonal,
Yeah.
and you cannot remove it easily. So
Yeah. So he had to go back with the knight because it would double his pawns and also weaken the king's position.
yeah.
And well, I think he has to do something about the c8 bishop. Well, I thought that maybe instead of queen b6, b5 was better.
Okay, but he picked
Okay,
up a
so
pawn, but this is very tricky because now you have the f file open and this king
yeah,
is
yeah,
getting quite in trouble maybe.
yeah, I think so too. It's not good to be a pawn eater. But okay, he went for queen's exchange. Obviously, white doesn't want to do that. f5. Wow, that seems like a bold move, yeah,
Yeah.
because of g4, and it seems
Well,
like king's position is a
g6
bit
maybe.
damaged.
Okay, he didn't play, but it's still very open. Maybe bishop c4. Yeah.
Yeah, and the h file
Okay,
is really
maybe.
open,
Yeah, now he
so
threatens this rook h3.
yeah.
So I think f4 is the only move. So that he can protect with the bishop.
Okay, king a1. I don't really know why,
I
but
think he got
now,
scared from this kind of bishop f5
yeah.
moves.
So bishop f5 is probably coming, or bishop g4. I don't know which one is better. Okay, so bishop g4 might be a slightly improvement, and now f3. Okay, so it seems like black has won some counter attack, and maybe I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's I mean it's very dangerous with his king because now he cannot move anywhere at all. I mean he's just stuck. So any kind of check would mate him, but then
Yeah, but it's hard to get to
yeah,
him, right?
exactly. You cannot open
Because
this H file easily.
it seems like black's pieces are too active to let
Yeah.
white pieces to attack the king.
I mean he tried this trick
Okay.
of H7, but then now this rook is very good.
Yeah.
But we will just wait and see. But I favor black here as well now. I liked white's position better, but
But still, I think that he didn't need
okay.
to move back to defend himself. He could easily start his own attack when his queen was on a5, and I think that he got a bit scared that there is white's queen on h7. But it might have been a good idea because he has some really good counterplay right now. And the f pawn is, I guess, strong because it's
Almost promoting.
Yeah, yeah. And it's preventing white's pieces from being active.
Yeah,
So
that's true
that
as
might be
well.
a plus as well. Okay, but also the bishop on g2 is slightly inactive.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
this will be probably a draw, some perpetual check, I guess,
yeah, yeah,
because now the black's
that's.
king is also becoming open, but they
Oh
went
wow, what
for an
happened? Right.
interesting line.
Yeah,
Oh, he just gave away his
yeah,
bishop
yeah,
on
yeah.
free.
So it wasn't a good idea to
No.
sacrifice the queen in order to promote the pawn.
All right, I will keep following the top games.
Yeah, yeah,
We kind of started from the middle of the game, but it looks like going to become interesting from now on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So also we have a really advanced pawn on b file, and that might be a problem for white, but black can fear about their king,
yeah.
right?
I mean, he has to protect his f7 somehow,
Y-
and
Yeah.
now he gave up on b4.
Oh,
Looks
he
like.
loses the
Well,
pawn.
okay, maybe rook b8 could have played, but he just lost it.
I think he could have taken the pawn with the f rook either way.
Oh, for rook b8, you mean?
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
we can look at it.
yeah.
Just so here, I was thinking of rook b8, but you say you can take it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and now you can
yeah, you can take the
capture the
f7.
pawn
Yeah.
with the f rook. Yeah.
So I will keep on playing the moves. So yeah, white looks quite okay. No
Mm-hmm.
worries. And he is the player that
Now, yeah,
who won the last tournament, so I'm favoring him for this tournament as well.
yeah, okay. So I should probably too. And it seems like we are right because the pawn structure is really hard. Well, I mean black's pawn structure,
Yeah.
but it might be a draw
He dropped
because
h5, so now it's
okay. So
it's now
now it
10 seconds left, so who knows what happens, but
yeah, yeah, anything can happen in such games. But it seems like white's play can be a bit easier than the black's. Okay,
yeah.
they actually it's too quick.
And
I
as I
can't
said,
keep
he's
up.
quite good bullet player, the white pieces, so
Yeah,
I think he will win this quite easily.
I can't even blink so fast as he plays the
Yeah.
moves. So that's something. Okay, and he overcame him. Okay, so that was a
All right. So
pretty
we have this.
interesting game.
I saw that the Turkish Grandmaster Wahap. I think this is Grandmaster Shanal, Wahap Shanal. Maybe you know him.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't think so.
okay.
I think I only know one grandmaster from Turkey, and that's as we
Yeah.
talked before, Burak
Yeah.
Fiat. So, yeah. Okay, so there is no bishop in white's position, so that's probably
Yeah. He's.
it for white.
Well, he could have just
Yeah,
kept on
unless
going, but
he wins on time, but I don't think so because black has 10 seconds more,
yeah,
and
this is pretty much over.
yeah, I think he's winning. He could have played rook
Yeah.
c3,
So
but
it's 10 minutes past, and well, we see an international master at first place.
yeah.
But I want to follow up on Wahab, the Turkish Grandmaster, because I know that we have lots of viewers from Turkey. Um,
Hmm.
so
So they would probably like to
yeah,
see.
and you can see that there's lots of viewers even following him on like Lichess directly, the spectators. So he's
Mm-hmm.
quite popular.
Uh-huh, okay.
And they,
So is he a young player
yeah, he's
or
quite young. I think he's in his maybe 23 years old. No, I'm not sure, but he's quite young.
uh-huh, okay. But he's not a junior anymore,
No,
right?
no,
He's not like 18
no,
years old
no,
and still playing in world championships and so
no,
on.
not
Okay.
anymore. But I think he was quite good in this junior world championships at his time. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I think he won one or two when he was young.
I see. So who is the best player in Turkey right now?
The first, I think the top
Yeah.
rated player is Dragan Sholak.
Okay, I think
Maybe you know him.
I've never heard of
Um,
him. Yeah, yeah,
he's
maybe.
well,
Probably.
he's Serbian originally, but he plays for Turkey. And
Okay.
yeah, I think the second best is probably Wahab. This and also Mustafa Yilmaz. He's very good as well.
Mustafa. Okay, I think I know
Yeah.
him because he probably plays in the Olympiad from time to time, right?
Yeah, I think they all play. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But there is like very young generation that's coming from Turkey, so they are okay. Now they are almost 30 years old, but still somewhat young generation, so they are quite good.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And I see that now. Okay, we have diverged a bit from the game, but White is now, I think, winning quite easily.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I
How
think
did
he he
he
he missed.
won?
He lost a. He blundered. Sorry, here. If I can go back, I can show you. I think he blundered here a bishop on this move. Here knight d1 and the bishop was hanging
Ah,
and
okay.
he just didn't see it.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
so complicated
Nope.
puzzle. So,
And well, they're
okay.
still playing, I see, but it's it's just a time race now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And not a very good one because he doesn't really
Yeah.
have much time.
And white won.
Okay, and one. So how does tournaments in Turkey look right now? Do you play live
I don't think there is
or
any
there are
live tournaments at all. I know there are lots of online tournaments
okay.
like this one as well, and yeah, I think uh, there is no. I mean, I don't live there, but I follow and I see that they are just playing online for now.
I see. Because in Poland they started to play some tournaments, live tournaments, and even now there is Polish championships, and they are playing in Warsaw. So
Okay.
it seems like they are not afraid of anything right
But is
now.
it only like 10 players or is it many players?
No, it's like 10 or maybe maximum 20
Okay.
players, but they they've been playing for a while now, so nothing seems to be wrong.
Okay.
And but actually, two of the most the best players in Poland decided to drop the race and play someplace
Yeah.
else. For example, I don't know if you know Jan Krzysztof
Yeah.
Duda. He seemed yeah, and also Radosław Wojtaszek. I think he's playing right now in BU tournament BU.
Okay.
It's actually a really popular tournament as well.
Yeah.
So they decided they are not playing in Polish Championship, but they are willing to play someplace else. So
Yeah, it's choice.
yeah. Okay, so we have another game. So it's like black has half the time as white. So white has 3 minutes and black
Yeah,
has
because he
one and a half.
berserked, so it's like so normally I can show the standings after the game. So um normally for each win you get 2 points, but then if you are on a streak, like if you win some games in a row, like 3 games in a row, you start getting
Okay.
4 points. So
Okay,
if you
I
keep up
see.
winning without draw or losing, so if you are on a streak, then you get like 4 points, and if you berserk and win, you get 5 points. And
Okay, I
berserk
see.
makes you half time, so it's like from 3 minutes you drop to 1 point half minutes basically.
Okay, I understand. Very well. Okay, so I think that that was Philidor or something like that. The opening. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, there is this D6 pawn that seems to be pretty weak. Okay, it started with D4, D6, and E4,
Yeah.
so it might be a Philidor, right? Yeah, and then E5. Yeah.
Yep. But okay, I mean the white is not that bad, I would say. Um,
Yeah, there should
Maybe
be
even
an
some
E5
bishop
pawn there.
h6. No, I would just
Yeah.
go for it, especially against a grandmaster. Just
Yeah, especially that black has only 1 minute
yeah,
and he has almost two, so that's twice the time. I think that black made a mistake at some point in the game because
I mean now he wants to play bishop f8. Then he will be quite secure. But then now it's the
it
time.
might be too
Yeah,
late. Yeah, yeah, because white's to move. So I think he's thinking
yeah,
about
I
it
think so
because
because
he
too
already.
much spent too much time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, no, he
So
got
that's a
afraid.
waste.
No,
Yeah. And as you said, he played bishop f5 right
yeah.
away. Bishop f8,
So
sorry.
now it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, because there was something wrong in this opening. I think that there should be e5 pawn at all times to keep control, to be in charge of the center.
Yeah,
And now that there isn't one, the d6 pawn is a weakness, and white's pieces are too active right now.
yeah. So we see some trades, and let's see what will happen. It's getting quite
Aggressive.
aggressive, and now
Yeah.
okay, some check. So okay,
Ah, okay. So
he got out of this pin.
yeah, he
Yeah,
rescued himself.
but still it looks drawish at least.
Yeah, yeah, but I think white was better.
Yeah, definitely much
Uh,
better.
yeah, he missed his chance with sacrificing one of his pieces on h6. And he wasted too much time. He now even has less time
Yeah.
than grandmaster.
So we got a question from a viewer. So they're asking if we watched the Legends Chess Tournament, which is ongoing right now, I think. Have you watched it? No, I
No,
haven't either. No.
no. Who's playing
Well,
there?
well, we can check. I haven't been able to follow much lately. So, but it looks like
I
there's
see.
like hundreds of online tournaments right now going on. Like there was at some point with Karlsson Invitational Tournament, I guess.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I watched that one. It was
yeah,
very interesting.
but yeah, it's getting interesting. It may be the correct word because now you see all of these players don't need to travel anymore and they can play online, but it always like a blitz tournament, right? I mean, it's never a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time time control, so
Mm-hmm. So it might be interesting because it's better to see some rapid games in the internet, but on the other hand, it might be less interesting because you might want to get to the game more profoundly and have some time to analyze it and maybe to think of a best move for the
yeah,
grandmaster.
definitely.
But if you watch some rapid games, then all you can do is just follow the
Yeah,
moves
definitely.
as we do and try to keep
Yeah,
up,
what I don't like is
which
like
is not always easy.
some player is just having a really good moves and he's playing perfect game, and then all of a sudden he runs into like time control, time difficulties, and then he just
Yeah.
messes up the whole position which he played perfectly up until that point. So
Yeah,
which
yeah,
would have
yeah.
been like a really
Hmm.
good game, a really good finish, but yeah, that kind of ruins the beauty of chess at some point.
Yes, and basically, the player who has the strongest nerves wins because he is able to control himself and not let time to get in his way. So, oh, something happened here. I think he blundered before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was okay. Let's see that one again. So here, white played g3, which before, now he cannot take it. Yeah, he tried to trick with e5 at some
In
point.
order
Yeah,
to give
if he
check on it.
takes,
Yeah.
so if he, I can maybe just open up the analysis from this position. Yeah, if he takes, now you have check, so you kind of live on another day, but
Yeah.
still not quite good. But plus,
Yeah, but there is rook
yeah,
f5, so I
yeah,
don't
it's
think
probably
king f3 is a
equal
threat.
or
Yeah.
good position.
Yeah, I think it might be drawish, but black's king is way active than the white's one.
All right, so the top, yeah, as you can see here, the first player, for example, it looks like he
Mm-hmm.
was berserking. So if you berserking on like a normal, if you don't have a streak, you get 3 points instead of two if you berserk. So you always get 1 point more basically if you berserk.
Okay,
So he
okay,
got
I
like
see. Well,
three,
I've never.
three, 5, 5, 5, and then he drove. So he got 2 points there, and then he again started with 3 points because he lost his like winning streak.
Mhm. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's a complicated
Yeah, but
system.
it makes it much more fun at some point,
Yeah, yeah,
and you don't
I
have to
guess.
wait like 2, 3 minutes after each game for others to finish, and yeah,
Yeah, because it might get
yeah,
boring at some point.
and everyone has
And it seems like the number of players increased because there
people
are
joining. Yeah.
500, yeah,
All right, so
48
I will
of them.
now start watching the first player, BMW
Sure.
Hero. I don't know who he is, but we can ask.
So, have you taken part in such tournament, online tournament, or are you only a
No, I
commentator?
play on this titled arena um, almost every time, but
Oh,
now I'm. Yesterday I wasn't able to play, although I wanted to, and
I see.
yeah,
And how are your
I'm
results?
I'm quite good actually. My bullet rating is around 200, 2700, so and blitz is
Okay,
around
yeah,
2600, so I usually get quite good results.
that's a lot
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, I'm better in blitz than my normal onboard chess.
Same with me because it seems like if you make a mistake, then your opponent doesn't have time to
Yeah,
see it, and that's how you live another day. But also, I don't think that rapid games are good if you want to learn how to play chess because you make the same mistakes over and
yeah,
over again.
definitely.
Well, if you analyze them after each game, when you analyze your game after each one, then it might be a good idea to play online chess, rapid chess. But if you don't, then you might not get
I mean, it's quite good
better.
for like opening practice, I would say. If you want to like
Hmm.
learn a new opening and you can play like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
10 games in 1 hour in the same opening, and then you can see what other people are playing against it. So it's a good practice that way. But yeah, it's good to not play all the time rapid, because then you lose sense of how you should play in real life.
Yes, and also you don't see the beauty of chess because you don't stop for a minute and you don't analyze the game properly. So you don't have this feeling that you know how to play chess, and you don't think about strategy. You only think about how to trick your
Yeah,
opponent.
definitely.
I think that yeah. Okay, so what's happening in this
So this
game?
black player, he's
It's
always berserking. I think he's like 100% berserk rate. So he thinks that's more advantageous for him in the long run, that he will get more points.
mhm. So I see there is this number 1 next to his name and
Yes,
number
that's
7
his
next to
current
White's name.
standings.
So okay, so the player that is black is on the first
Yeah,
place
that's
right now.
correct.
Okay. So it's not our favorite player because the one that is our favorite player is
Yeah,
our
yeah.
something, right?
Well, let's not say favorite, but I think he will win. So
Okay. Well, he still has plenty of time
yeah,
to lead in the tournament because we've only covered 29 minutes of the
yeah,
tournament,
and
so there is still 1 hour to
exactly.
go.
And we will check after this game the
Oh,
standings after like half it. Then it will be like half hour mark of the whole tournament, so 1/3 of the
sure, yeah.
way, and let's see who's closer to win.
Well, it seems, yeah, it seems like Black is winning because he,
Gave up
okay,
rook
yeah,
basically. Yeah,
yeah, he will be able to rescue himself because his queen is really active, so he doesn't really have to worry about this attack, White's attack. And there is a really advanced pawn. So the player that is black will
BM
stay
hero. Yeah.
on his leader place. Yeah.
So actually, he's now 7 points ahead of the others.
So that's a lot, right?
Yeah, but
But
there's still like time for others to catch up, and the good thing is like
yeah, sure.
if you lose one game, you lose your this streak, winning streak. So you have to start from the start again. Like then you get 3 points, for example, and not 5. So if
Mhm.
the second player wins against the first player, then he will keep his streak, but the first player will lose his streak. So anything can happen. That's what I can say.
Okay, so what next game should we look at?
I mean, maybe some game
Next.
that's just started, which I will just go for the same player.
Okay, so that's our
Yeah,
leader there
black
playing
pieces. Yeah,
as white.
and let's look. I mean, now he was a pawn behind, but now he picked one back and he got the bishop pair. So
Yeah, but I think that white's pawn structure is pretty strong. It
well, he has
depends
a
on
passed
how black
pass
deal with
pawn
it.
with I mean
Yeah,
protected pass pawn.
but it seems like he won't be able to push it through because this c4 square is quite well protected. b5 is coming at some point, I think, and it will be hard to play b3 and c4 and then push the d pawn.
Yeah, I mean you cannot remove this white colored bishop of black easily.
Yeah,
But okay,
and
he's now
also black colored bishop is pretty
yeah
inactive in white's position. Yeah, so it might be a bit difficult
yeah I like
to
black here as
develop
well.
him. So b4 is coming at some
Well, I mean,
point.
okay, you have to be
I'm not
safe
sure because
because
after
before c4.
yeah, c4. So it might be dangerous,
But now
but
he created another.
pass
Well, yeah,
pawn.
his first pass pawn, but another weakness that he can exploit. Let's say that, and
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he lost his a pawn,
okay, at
but
this point anything can happen. It looks like.
yeah, because it wasn't a good idea to give up the pair of
No,
bishops.
but he played very bad and lost the.
Okay.
So now it looks like it's going to be over soon.
He could have he could have played f2 after king g3, and it would win immediately, I
Yeah,
think,
I mean he would pick it up,
because
but
he was afraid that he is going to lose his bishop, and he played bishop h1, and he
well,
didn't have to.
now black won.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So either way.
So again, 10-point difference. So maybe I'll start watching the second player and see how it is going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have some FIDE master and someone without a title, but anything can happen, especially in rapid games. So, okay, d5 square is a weakness in
Well,
black's position,
rook
but
c2
also,
probably. Or okay, he played e2, but
yeah,
more or less the same idea with doubling. Oh, b3. Now it's over.
or b3, yeah. I don't think he can save the position right now.
Okay, this is.
Okay, he can.
Well, can he?
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, the question is, will the knight get out?
that was my. That's what I was looking at, but it looks like he
Yeah.
can because I mean exchange, and again rook c8. Then he could have, but okay,
Oh, knight
he played.
c7, rook
Okay, now he
e7.
gave up the
Okay.
rook.
Oh, and there's a check, yeah.
Yeah, blunder, and
Okay. So it seemed like for a moment that he might be able to save the game, but not really.
yeah, and let's look at the standings because okay, you see that this Wahab he lost 4 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Here he got 0 points, but let's see who he lost against. Yeah, he lost against okay, one lower rated player, but all the others are quite good players, so it's normal. And the top player here he is 100% berserk rate, and he only draw 1 game. So he's been playing with 1.5 minutes all his game.
That's interesting, right? Because he is pretty confident about his ability of playing really
Yeah,
quickly.
even against much higher rated players, which is interesting
Yeah.
decision. But let's see what's the another top game.
I've always wanted to move really fast when I play rapid games, and I have no idea how to practice that because it seems like I can't move my mouse and I am always too late. I don't know how is it happening, but I always try to win the game before my my time is well, my time is really low, and I I don't want to let the situation happen that when I don't have much time and I have to hurry, and it's really hard for me because in order to do so I have to move really quickly in the opening, and that's where I make most mistakes. So maybe you have some advice for me on how to move faster. with your mouse
Yeah, I mean it's always this
when you
kind of
play.
what I do. I mean most is obviously you have to. Oh, did he miss mate in one? Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. No, it's mate. No, it's not. Okay, G7. Okay, I was just looking. But okay, he's now winning. But okay, I mean what I do is like I obviously play like even if there is like let's say what your opponent can play at at this point, for example, if it's like a some exchange, you know, you always can have your one of the pieces
Yes, you
here
can do the free move,
free move
right?
because it doesn't hurt if the opponent plays something else. Like it will be cancelled because if he doesn't take, you don't make a mistake, you know. And then you can
Yeah,
also
yeah,
pick up
yes.
the other piece and try to place it where you can play. So now you have like two possibilities that you cover at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the tricks I
Okay,
do.
so that's one
Yeah.
tip. Okay, I tried to do that, but it seems to be not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will keep on practicing. Maybe I will get better at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I think, around my highest rating was, I can check on Bullet, it was 2,800 something. And I was,
Mm-hmm.
I think, at that point, like top five player in Bullet in Lichess. But this was like the first days of Lichess where not many players were playing either.
We're
Yeah.
playing. Okay, I see.
And I think I also lost my ability to play much faster after. I mean, if you don't play a lot anymore, and okay, my highest rating was 2,896, so that's quite high
Mm-hmm.
actually. But yeah, you have to play
It is high,
every
right?
day,
Yeah.
and yeah, if you just
So it's all about the practice, right? So
well, yeah,
I would I
I would say so. It's
I won't be
practice.
able to play fast if I don't practice. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
If it was a position without the h pawn and if the king was able to
yeah.
defend the pawn, then I think it would be a
But
draw,
yeah,
yeah, because
yeah, he would have
but it
escaped
was,
here. I mean,
yeah,
it's a classic.
because there is this trick where, yeah, where you can stalemate the king.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so there's only 49 minutes left, and well, the first player, I don't know what's his name. Maybe someone from the stream knows who he is. And our favorite,
This
yeah,
BMW
and the
hero,
previous
yeah,
winner of the tournament looks like he is not playing anymore. I think maybe he's made a bad start and he dropped off, I guess. Yeah, he's not there anymore.
that's possible, yeah.
Um, okay, but we'll keep watching the BMW hero, and I will
And
ask.
where, yeah, and where is he from? Is there a
It doesn't
country
say.
next to
No,
his name?
it doesn't say.
So it's a ghost player.
Maybe, or maybe he's streaming as well. I don't know. It's let's see who maybe are
Black resigned. How
Black
did that happen?
resigned. Okay, he lost. So let's see what happened.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, we can check because now this is the first time that he's losing, so I think it deserves to um, an analysis. So e5,
Yeah.
bishop f5 wants the queen.
Mm-hmm.
He gives up the queen and
Ah, okay, because there is a mate on e1.
oh, okay, rook e1 is coming. Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
if he plays the rook here, I mean, we can just move, and it's basically almost check. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
And
king
there
cannot
is
go
no
anywhere.
way that you can, yeah,
So
there is no way you can move the king.
no.
So the rooks would defend each other. So
All right. So
you have to move the
maybe
rook, and there
now
is a mate.
there will be a chance for the second place. But okay, the second place lost as well. So and I think this Yasugi 99, he was the second player in the last tournament. I can check his name. That I know.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he might be catching up as well. He's from Canada, Yanak Awatramani.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but yeah,
I
I,
don't
I
think,
haven't
yeah,
heard of him before, but he's quite good
me neither.
blitz player. But let's look at maybe the top game.
It was actually a really nice tactical motive there with this rook hanging on h8 and the mate on
Yeah,
e1.
definitely. So he is black again, the
Mm-hmm.
first player, and he's playing a woman candidate master from doesn't say the country.
Okay, and is he always playing as black?
No, I mean it's I don't think you can play like more than two or something in a row black. So it just happened to be that he's black in a row
Uh-huh.
in a two.
So
So
you
yeah,
can't choose. I
just a
see.
coincidence.
Okay, so what was the opening? Was it a bird opening f4 in the first
Yes,
move?
it's
Because
f4
yeah,
d5. So yeah, it looks like a usual
I
structure.
I haven't seen, yeah, I haven't seen bird opening in quite some time. Not often I have a chance to play against that. I think it got pretty unpopular at some point, and people prefer to choose between e4 and d4.
Yeah, I mean I think f4 e5 is gives quite good chances for black, and why should you like if you are white you don't want to give
Yeah,
uh, any
yeah,
kind of counterplay, obvious counterplay in the first place. So that's probably why. I mean, of course,
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
players can risk,
I don't
but
believe that it's the best
no.
opening.
I mean, if you want to risk, or like if you are obviously in the last round or something, and okay, it's getting checkmate here. Like if you
Yeah,
really have to go for a win, and if you want to force your opponent to make a mistake or something and make a sharp.
or maybe surprise
Yeah,
him,
so you
right?
can play, but that's why it's not played much, I would say so.
I agree. Okay, so I think that was a blunder because she played king h3 in order to I don't know, secure the king, but I think the better way to do so was by playing king g1 maybe.
Yes, and yeah, one other trick is just to play this kind of very safe openings, which there's no exchanges or like b3, knight f3, bishop b2. Like
Mm-hmm.
you make those moves very quickly anyway, and nothing can go wrong. Like you cannot um, lose a piece out of nowhere, for
I see.
example.
Yeah.
So that's I see that people are playing. I don't play like that usually, so but I see many people are playing such. Or another reason is just they want to like hide their real openings, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that's possible because you can actually Google someone and find their games on chess.com or Lichess. And if you are preparing against someone because you are playing a live tournament, which is a rare thing right now. But even so, you can check someone's openings. So maybe that's why people do it. But it's not the best way to train to practice. So I don't know. I think that some everyone makes some different
Yeah.
choices and
And also, I mean, even if you play the unknown variation that you play always in real life as well, you can always make some small changes in the opening, and then it's a totally different game.
Mhm. Yeah. And you can actually trick people into thinking that you play something that you usually don't. And it's a blunder or it's a mistake, and people think that, oh, maybe he will play that against me and I will win easily. But that's only a trick. I think that some people can do that.
Yeah, it's I mean it's part of the like psychology of chess.
Yeah.
Some players are very interested in that, and some are not. But maybe it works, especially in longer tournaments. It's maybe plays more role.
Hmm. Yeah. And I think such things happen on grandmasters level and
Yeah, of course,
maybe
because
not on a lower
I mean,
one.
even let's say 2%, 3% advantage over your opponent is more chances because I mean today's chess is more like you get so much draw, and if you happen to have slight advantage, then it's maybe a chance of
Hmm.
winning, for example.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it seems like they don't make mistakes. The grandmasters don't make mistakes. And the only way to win against them is to prepare really, really solid opening and then try to trick them in that.
Yeah, and
And it's not something like you win a piece or something like that. It's just a slightly improvement, and you can get a slight advance in a position, and grandmaster play in such high levels that they are able to exploit that. That's actually really
yeah,
fascinating because I've never been on such level. So it's actually interesting how they think and how they analyze some positions at home without or with the help of their computers. Well, if they prepare against someone and they want to improve something in the opening, then I think that they have to use computers. But as a practice, I believe that they still are analyzing their games only with the use of their minds, as they did in the old days.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's quite interesting now with the inclusion of computers, and there's still kind of, I mean, a computer can say that a position is good, but it's good for a computer mind and not a human playability. Kind of
Yeah.
like a human would be, he would have a very hard time playing that good position according to computer, while the computer can play that very easily. But
Hmm.
it's not a playable position, for
Also,
example, or too complex.
yeah, yeah. And also, there is such a thing as intuition, and I don't think that computers can take that under the consideration. And they play very differently than people.
Okay, so we got a request from a viewer, so they want us to check. I think he's another Turkish grandmaster, um, Barış Esen,
Hmm.
and with black pieces.
Okay, never enough. So I
Yeah,
assume he's never enough. He doesn't have enough of chess.
maybe, possibly. And I know he's one of the coaches of Chessinside coach team.
Okay.
So they, because of now the well, face-to-face meetings are quite rare nowadays, so they have decided to include some online chess lessons, for example,
Hmm. I see.
so that people can still keep practicing chess. And it looks like this will be the new way of having doing stuff, at least for a while.
Yeah, and it seems like people are eager to do so because sometimes you are too lazy to get out of your house or you don't want to invite someone over, and then you have an option to just connect with someone online and just train chess or do something
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
different. But
I do like I take some language practice, for example, with other people,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
me
think
too.
it's
And
quite
yeah,
helpful. I mean, they can be wherever in Germany, and then you can speak German with them, or I mean, you can play chess, whatever, and it's
yeah, yeah, sure. I sometimes take lessons with a native speaker from the USA, and that's also really cool because nowadays we have so many options and we can learn and we can gain knowledge from the internet, and we don't have to get out of house,
yeah,
so
that's the
that's a
best part.
plus too.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we are
so
keep
it's
watching
the new game.
Never Enough.
Hmm. So it seems like we are only talking about each other and not analyzing the games. So we are sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone knows it's too fast, so
Yeah,
i-
it's hard to keep
if
track.
we see but this kind of conversation, I think it's also interesting for viewers about general chess culture and where chess is going and so forth. So I hope they are enjoying, and
So far, so good.
yeah,
Yeah. Let us know if you enjoy
yes.
our talks. If not, then also let us know. We'll try our best to improve. Okay, it seems like a really weird position for black right now with the king
So
in the
he,
almost in the center.
let's see how that happened. So
There was this check on
yeah,
b5
so he took the
and
knight on b8
yeah,
so that he cannot block anymore. And okay, he has I mean, the bishop pair, but at what cost is the question.
yeah. But after
Like rook d7 now works.
rook d7, king
Oh, e6.
e6.
I cannot play knight c5. Okay, because of
Yeah,
the
because
bishops.
it's protected. So he has to
So he's thinking what
go back.
he needs to do.
Okay, so he chose to go back on c4, but isn't there a rook c8 coming?
Well, I mean, he takes this. He gives up b7. So maybe with this rook, okay, it's better.
Yeah. Hmm.
But still, b7 is hanging.
Okay, wasn't it better to play b5, maybe?
At what point?
After bishop d5?
Okay, you say b5. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't give a check on d6, so
Yeah, and
there's no
you don't
fear.
need immediately to take it anyway.
Yes, because after b5 you are not able to push the pawn on c4, right?
But okay,
And you
it's
can't really
kind of
protect it with the rook.
transformed into the same position, I believe.
Ah, okay. So
And now the Black King is getting in trouble because now he has nowhere to run. But okay, with g5 check,
yeah, but
it
okay,
will be
but after
f5.
g5, and it seems like he has plenty of space because he can go on, well, not plenty, but some. He can go on g4.
So now the question is, will he take and let the king go to g4 or not? And it looks
Mm-hmm.
like he's now preparing for something like king g4, king g2 maybe, and he takes, knight f3 comes, and maybe some, yeah, as I
Yeah, yeah.
guessed it.
But still, if he takes it on h4 and then white plays knight f3, he can go back on g4.
Yeah, but now you're in a mating net basically. So
Yeah,
rook
maybe then
h1.
rook
Yeah,
h1 and rook h4. Yeah.
and now f5 is the only place, and well, I can just play e4 and checkmate after.
Either way. Yeah.
So I cannot see how he can
Yeah, me neither.
survive.
Well, that's a shame because it seemed like his position was slightly better after capturing the pawn
Yeah,
on
it's
c3.
checkmate.
Yeah,
So
and
okay,
that's
I
it.
will just look at the standings, and I will keep watching Grandmaster Barish Asan because he seems that he has now a streak. He's 12 points behind, but maybe he can get in the third place, or maybe even you see that
Mm-hmm.
the first two players they are getting mixed results, so they are not all the times winning anymore, and they are
Yeah, yeah.
last.
So there is only 1 point between them, right? Do
Yeah,
I
the
see
first
it
first two, yes.
correctly? Yeah, okay.
But I will now keep watching Grandmaster Barish Asan, who doesn't berserk at all. It looks like so he doesn't trust
Mm-hmm.
maybe
So
his
he,
bullet skills.
yeah. Okay, so there is this isolated pawn on d5, which can be a problem sometimes, but also it might be a strong point in the position. It depends on how well you can protect it and how how your opponent plays against it.
Well, I mean, exchanging pieces are not that good, but at this point, well, you don't want to go to the end game with the isolated pawn.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, he thought maybe the bishop, his white bishop is more valuable than the black bishop, so or he wants to come to f4 with one of the knights. But okay, it looks balanced so far, and I don't see a obvious advantage for the black either.
And also, I don't see any obvious plan for both sides.
Well, I mean, the white has obviously always have this kind of get on the d file and pressure on this d5 pawn. Knight e3, maybe
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, but a4 is hanging, so he has to be careful.
Okay, they exchanged the pieces.
Maybe queen d4 now is
Mhm. Yeah, it seems like white can look for a counterplay on the king side because the white knight
okay.
is actually really
So
active.
yeah,
Yeah.
the the knight will win the game probably, but yeah, now he,
Oh,
okay, now he even gave
so
up
he
on.
does. Yeah, that's it.
So that's pretty much it from Barish SN, Grandmaster. We were following him and he was winning, but now he lost.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it looks like the first two places are more or less secured. They are 14 points behind, uh, so ahead of the third and fourth place.
Okay, so maybe we'll take a look at the second
Yeah,
place.
we
What
can take.
because we've seen a lot of BMW hero,
Yeah.
so let's see how the player from Serbia, I
No,
think,
it's
is.
Netherlands, I believe.
Okay, sorry.
I can check his name.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So there is a pawn up for black and a pair of bishops,
Yes.
so
He's
it shouldn't be a
international
problem to win.
master Thomas Beardson. FIDE
Okay,
rating
it sounds like it.
2495.
Mhm. Oh, he has really strong pawns, and one of them will probably become a queen at some point.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean it's
but now
opposite
that there
colored,
are,
but
yeah, so it might be a bit harder to win the position, especially because the pawns are controlled by white squared
and
bishop.
f7 is quite weak as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you cannot get this rook out of the way to support your like the pawns.
Okay, but now after a5, he can play a4. He can play e4 and then d3. Why isn't he taking his chances with those pawns?
Well, maybe he wanted a better secure, but okay, now he cannot push anymore due to this. But
Yeah,
well, okay,
yeah.
now he get the rook actually free. But now we are at this time battle as well. They have 30 seconds each.
Okay, so
Oh,
he's
he
going
got
for a
checkmated,
checkmate
yeah.
and maybe, yeah.
He got checkmate.
And he succeeded.
Yeah,
So it was
well,
actually
this
a
is the
good
thing
idea
with
to open the position.
opposite bishops. You just cannot protect your king very easily because I mean this bishop is doing nothing defensively, for example, and this bishop is just controlling everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And even though he has a pawn up, it doesn't really give him any
No,
chances.
but we will keep watching the second place player. What he just the black just gave up. He just blundered. I mean, he gave up the bishop. Okay, that's that puts him into the first place.
Okay, so 1 point ahead of this second place. Okay, and now we see him again as black. I really don't like this opening when I play with black, and after e4, e5, my opponents play f4. I never know how to respond. I have to finally teach myself how to play it. Okay, so
Let's see, the black is a
he wasn't
pawn ahead. Oh, he gave up. People are just giving up free pieces against this guy. I mean, you see that? He just played queen h4 and free piece. And the white just keeps on playing, but this is obviously over.
It's actually funny because they think that they will win on time, but there is still 1 minute left on the clock,
So
so there is no way that such player will try to think of some complicated variations and lose on time.
no.
But still, there's always a chance.
So he's I saw that he now we are waiting for his next game. Okay, so now player 1 and 2 is playing each other, but it's they are both berserking and
So
gave up a
that's
pawn,
interesting.
but
I don't think
no, but
with
now he lost
okay, d5, and
a
that's it.
piece.
Yeah, but he has a really strong center, so
Yeah.
there might be something in there. So he has 2 pawns for his piece and a really strong pawn
And a
structure
really good
and
bishop.
pawn. Yeah, he might have a chance here, especially because they are low on time, both of them.
Yeah,
So that's actually the first and the second place. So that's the most interesting battle right now. Well,
yeah,
and I
definitely.
think in the whole tournament.
So now he wants a tricky piece, but then he would have taken this one as well.
Hmm.
So I think he saw that this one is hanging.
The bishop is really strong on A1.
Definitely, yeah.
It seems like
But can he
he
make
might
anything
win with
out
this
of
bishop.
this?
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
question.
he just dropped yeah.
Oh no.
So now the second player, I mean the BMA hero is looks like he can fight back because now he has a streak advantage over the first place, so maybe he might be able to catch up. And if
Hmm.
you look at the third and the fourth, fifth place, I mean it looks like the first two places are quite secure now.
Yeah, but there are still like 20 minutes left, so actually anything can happen. Even though there are some uh, like 10 points, right? Well, not even
Yeah, it
10
was
points
eight. Yeah.
between the second and third place. Yeah, so there is still time for the third player to
So
become the second one. So.
all right. So the first now he stopped berserking. It looks like because he gets
Hmm.
a strong opponent and grandmaster.
He wanted to have some time to think, right?
Yeah. So this is interesting position because white cannot castle, but has a pawn and also, I mean, almost a pass, almost a going to promote. Yeah. And but this bishop is very strong.
Yeah, but
But he has to play like
A4.
f3 maybe. Yeah. Because f4 you still have weaknesses here, but f3 is probably good. But black has to find a
Hmm.
way. Well, I don't like this now. Okay, but he will play queen e3, so okay,
Queen
it's not that
three.
bad.
Yeah, and still he has his pass pawn on A5, so
And advantage of material as well.
yeah. So even though the king's position seemed to be uh, slightly weakened, then his pieces are pretty active, and also there are plenty of them. So he might win this game,
Yeah, I think. Well, let's not yeah
especially
talk so certain, but it looks like
yeah, especially
okay, he wants
after exchanging
to
the
trick
rooks.
now with
Oh yeah.
but he saw
So
that.
well, it seems like he has to activate his rook and then everything will be fine, but he doesn't. Well, black give him time to do so.
Now
So he did it eventually, but
a5
I
and
think it's important not to lose the A pawn
yeah,
because then the play will take place only on one side of the board and it might be hard for white to win.
but now he looks like he can
Push it
even
further.
for
Yeah.
a7. Yeah,
And they still have plenty of time, so
yeah.
no surprises here so
I
far.
think yeah, white can. Well, okay. There's always this kind of maybe some other tricks like e5 because now d2 is hanging. If you go
Hmm.
somewhere else and maybe e5 e4 trying to open up a bit the king's position because now king is quite safe. So
Yeah, yeah, it is. And he obviously can't exchange the queens because then his position would be lost. The only way for him to fight is to keep the queens and try to trick him at some motive. I think that this knight is really annoying, so
F5 at some point, but
yeah. I think white should exchange the knights, maybe by playing knight
well,
f2.
yeah, now
Okay, now he could have taken the
because you
pawn,
cannot take
and he
e4
did.
because now it's queen and okay you take back, but it will be checkmate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rook b1,
And I believe this move
and that's
seals it. I mean, okay,
it.
something like this, I guess. Just a desperate
To block the rook,
attempt, yeah.
yeah. With a plan to take the knight on e4 and try to
Okay,
find perpetual check.
he just didn't even do that.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that.
Yeah. So the Turkish Grandmaster won. Um, yes, people are commenting that we should support him, but I think he's so far off 13 points behind the third place, and
Yeah, it might be hard for him to catch up
yeah.
with the rest. Okay, I don't believe we've seen the third player
All right, we can check
play.
after this one is over. Now we opened it. It looks like the white has a piece up, but the king is quite open.
Yeah, but still, without a piece, it might be a bit hard
Well, yeah,
to defend such position.
but your bishop is not doing anything at all here.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Also, yeah.
But okay, he started giving up pawns here as well, so it's probably, I mean, much better for white.
Yeah, and it seems like the black queen has less and less space, and now the white queen became really active. Okay, bishop c2. That's actually hard position because they don't really have much time,
No.
and that's what makes it interesting. Okay, knight e3 is a threat.
Okay, now the queens are gone, so this should be easy win.
Couldn't he play knight e3 before exchanging the
We
queens?
can check
I
up
think
on
he
that
could.
just
Okay.
when the game is over. Looks like white is going to win easy.
Yeah.
Oh, stalemate.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
a terrible way to finish a good game. Okay, I think first I saw something here. Instead of taking the f6 with the bishop, he could have just
Mm-hmm.
played bishop f4. I think if we just click analysis here, it will show up. So here, let's look at it. Where are we? Okay, I was talking here. Instead of taking, maybe
Yeah.
just bishop f4, because now you force g5 and you take the
Oh yeah,
knight.
that's
Okay,
true.
check,
But knight f2,
and probably has to take with queen.
because there is a pawn hanging on
But
f6.
no, this is
But
winning for white, definitely. It's just b4. Yeah.
okay, but if he takes it with the queen,
Uh,
then what? After queen f6?
what do you mean?
Well, he probably wins. Well, after queen f2, he can capture the bishop with a queen as well,
Yeah, but that's
or
what
not.
we checked, no?
Ah, okay. So, no, sorry, I didn't mean with a queen, with a
Yeah,
pawn.
okay, but this one, yeah, interesting. And you were saying, I mean, white is probably much better
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, either
but
way. I was thinking about before they exchanged the
okay, we're
queens.
coming
Maybe
a
black
bit
wasn't
here.
forced to do
I think
so.
here. No, oh no, you cannot. It's pinned.
No, you cannot. But he played king h6, right? And then yeah, and
But then
here
you get mate
I
as
was
well.
thinking. Ah, okay. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
see that
yeah.
coming.
It's
Yeah,
it's a tricky position.
yeah. Okay, okay. Either way, he must be really angry with himself with this stalemating the king
Yeah. Oh, we are
in a winning position.
okay, I think we opened up in we were watching we had a technical problem I think, and I was showing the standings instead of the game, so I don't think people saw what we were talking about. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, but either way, we
yes.
analyzed some good chess, and they didn't see me blunder when I didn't see the mate. So on h5, so that's good as well. On h4.
So it looks like the first place got another player, Doctor.
Yeah, he was the third player for a long
Yeah,
time, and it seems like he went ahead and became the first.
and do we know who he is? He's an
He's from Russia,
international
as
master,
I
Alexander Ulanov.
think I know that name.
Okay.
Okay, the e5 pawn seemed to be a weakness, but after f6, I don't think that black has such a great position, because I think that the king is pretty unprotected in, and it can be attacked, for example, by
Yeah,
e5 here, and
now
then
we're talking because now the bishop is just open
yeah, and the h7 seems to be a problem
and
and
rook
a weak
h5
spot.
after.
Yeah.
Okay, now e6. Looks like the black is in a bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm. D3 maybe
But
is
okay.
an idea for black.
Okay, now it's not so dangerous and his bishop is in trouble as well. Rook b1.
Yeah, it seems like black overcame his problems,
But
and
still not that easy. Like you have this trick of bishop a4 at some. Okay, knight e4 is still protecting. He could have came back, but I was
mm-hmm.
thinking you gave up the rook with return of threat of queen, but not anymore.
Yeah,
And
he's winning
no,
the
but d6. No,
piece.
it doesn't. It doesn't
Yeah,
help.
he can take the rook
Yeah.
in the end.
So it was a
Yeah,
good
and I think
fight
that's
from
it.
white, I would say. And now we
Mm-hmm.
are. I mean, in the analysis, everyone can see. Oh, but okay. So it's jump to the other game. So it's the former first player BMW Hero versus our current first place.
Mm-hmm.
And well, he berserked against a strong opponent. So let's see how it will play out for him.
And yeah, black offers draw, and white declines draw.
Yeah, because white has to win
Yeah.
in order to catch up.
Okay, so it seems like a typical Caro-Kann position
I mean, it's
in which white has a problem with h pawn. It might be a weakness at some point, but still he holds the control over the
yeah,
center.
but black is has no problem. I mean, and
Yeah,
okay, it's
yeah,
quite
it's a draw. It was
drawish,
accepted.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
okay, like the 7 minutes to go to the end of the tournament, and we see all this first and top players fighting against each other now. So it's first and second place now playing against them each other, and I just want to check the standing in the meanwhile. Um, the standing is 81 points to 79 points. Um, so first place has
Okay, now I
81
see that. Yeah.
and second place
Hmm.
has 79. So if Black wins, he has the possibility to become the first place.
So it's getting more and more interesting.
Yes, and I think we will see some more risks from
E6.
the Black probably trying to
Yeah.
push for a win.
I would, yeah. I would play E6 rather than Rook D1. I don't know if that would be correct, but
Oh,
it
because
was
he
interesting.
couldn't. He had to take with F pawn,
Yeah, and then he is losing the
G6. Yeah.
G6 pawn, yeah. And now well, maybe he has some counterplay, I mean Black, because he became more active. It seems like White didn't take
Okay,
his
are they going for a
chances.
draw? No, they didn't.
F4, yeah. So he couldn't have taken the pawn because he would lose the piece on
Yeah.
H3.
But at some point it looked like they were going for a repetition, but White decided to play F4 because
Yeah.
he's
Hmm.
pawn up, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
he didn't want to draw either.
Okay, so Black has a passed pawn and a pair of bishops, so that's a plus for
Okay,
them.
Black offers a draw, and
Yeah.
let's see.
I don't think that White,
Should accept now.
yeah.
Because I mean it will be still 2 points in between, and anything can happen for the next game. And he
Hmm.
has more chance. Okay, now White offered the draw because for some reason he thought it would be
Yeah, I
better.
think it was better to activate the knight by playing knight d2 and knight c4, maybe,
Yeah,
and look for some chances there.
but maybe knight d2, knight c4, and it's opposite colored bishops, and maybe they just thought, just don't play.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So it's 82 to 81 now, and I think it's because,
That's a really slight difference.
yeah,
So,
only 1 point. So I will check this game for the first place, and if this, in the meanwhile, we can also try to see what happens on the second board, maybe.
yeah, it seems like a calm position for now. B4, okay.
Okay,
So White can have a plan to put one of the knights on c5, but in order to do so, they would have to take charge of this square. I mean, by playing b6, which I don't think is such a good move,
no,
because then
you,
Black would be able to play knight c6. But either way, he goes for c5. But now I think Black should play
yeah, but
b6
then
and
it's
prevent that
still
from happening.
now you have more weakness maybe on c6 in the future, but
Yeah, yeah,
let's see.
that might be true as well. So White now wants to double the major pieces on the C line and take control maybe over C6 square, which he did.
And I see that the second place player is losing his game because he berserked on another screen. I'm looking at it. So it looks
Okay.
like number one player is still going to be the leader. regardless of what happens this game.
Hmm. It might be a draw, actually. And white offered the draw and black declined. I'm not sure why.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on with the other player, so I think he wants to win.
Hmm. So he's just an ambitious player. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that could be as well.
E5 square is open for white's pieces.
And I guess white should be much better now. Yeah.
Yeah, now that those pawns are apart.
So he gave up.
Okay, that's weird.
So he's making a run
King
for
d3.
a pawn. Will it hold? Yeah, it's just.
Wasn't it better to play king d3? Because okay, either way,
Yeah,
I
he
think he
catches up
wins.
quite fast, and black resigns. So let's look at the standings because it's getting towards the end. So it's 3 points ahead, and even if the second place player wins his game, it's only 1 minute left. So I can remind that
Yeah,
once
yeah.
this timer is up, it doesn't matter because it's over. So he has to win within 1 minute, and for example, um, his opponent can just sit out and wait for 2 minutes and nothing will happen.
Okay, so the game stops when the
Well, no, the game
clocks.
continues, but whatever the result is, it's not recorded.
Aha, okay. So it doesn't matter what you do,
No, I mean obviously
what the
you
result
you
is.
lose or win rating, but not tournament points anymore.
Okay, okay.
And it's only 30 seconds left, and he just
And I think it's a draw.
offered a draw, and
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to win such position.
no, and it's
10
only
seconds
yeah
to
10
go.
seconds left.
And that's it.
Yeah, and actually we can just go back to the tournament screen, and yeah, here are our
Yeah, because
winners.
we don't have to be interested in this game
No,
anymore, so.
and yeah, first place is Dr. Melekes. He is what did we say his name was? He's from Russia,
Yeah, it was
international
something
master.
starting with L.
Alexander Ulanov won the
Aha,
tournament
okay.
with 2,700 performance. Second place is Dutch international master Beertsen,
Mm-hmm.
and third place is mystery grandmaster BMW Hero.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
So yeah, first place.
That's actually
Yeah, go on, please.
the first place is actually a surprise, I think, because he was far behind those two players, and it seemed like he won't be able to catch up with them.
No, but here,
And then suddenly,
here exactly here where he catched up. Like he won, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 games in a row, and he was berserking in some of them, so he got like 5 points as well.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and they've managed to play 32
Well, I
games
mean,
in 1.5
yeah.
hour, right? Or was he the only one?
Well, no, I mean here you see the second place player played 33 games, so it depends
Okay.
on how fast you finish, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
another
sure.
strategy to like rush and try to win as much as game with berserk and so forth.
Yeah, yeah. Probably that's why they choose to play with less time on their
Yeah,
clock in
and
order to win. Okay, so the
we
player.
yeah, so the prizes were like 50 pounds for the first place, 30 pounds for second and 20 pounds for third place. But
Mm-hmm.
we also have this kind of category prizes. So the best player with under 2000 rating gets like a private chess lesson, and also best player with under 1600 rating gets another lesson. And
Yeah.
there is also a random prize for our YouTube subscribers who have written their names on the comments. And now we will.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how will we choose the one
Yes,
who wins the
we
prize?
have to do it online. I'm getting trying to get some help from Ozan, um,
Okay.
who I think should have. I saw that he has um, given me the names of people who have written, so we have to.
Pick one of them.
Well, we have to like enter them in some um, website which picks for us. So yes,
Randomly.
and but I
Yeah.
will obviously make a live stream out of it. Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
If this works fine, and I'm trying to find the exact website for it.
So that's pretty complicated.
Well, yeah, it looks like because I wasn't given any website that I can use now.
Instructions.
Um,
Okay, I see.
so I asked for our users to be, or the viewers to be a bit um, patient,
Patient.
and I will try to find this website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I found this website, so I will try to get it um, on the
Somewhere here.
screen somehow.
Yeah. In the meantime, if you have some questions, then you can obviously ask us, and we will try to answer them all.
Yeah, so I am now randomresult.com, and I will try to see if, nope, not results, randomresult.com, and I will try to get my screen um, a bit better, or let's see.
Points, dice, numbers, tournament draws,
There you
and
go.
pick items. That's interesting. I never heard
So
that.
pick items, and I paste all the names here. Um, I
Okay.
will make this bigger so people can see. I will get our logo out of the way so they can see. Yeah. Um, so this is all the list of the names. So we are picking only one person. So since everyone is watching, I will click the button that will decide this. Winner is um, Iltan, whoever that was. He's the winner. Congrats to him.
Congratulations.
He won a um, a chess lesson that's worth of 30 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And then he can go to chessinside.com and see from pick from the private
Oh, so he
lessons
can.
and
Oh, that's great.
or our trainers, and you can pick a lesson that's worth 30 pounds, and we have quite good coaching stuff. So I hope it will be useful for the person who won. And yeah, we congratulate.
Choose wisely because you only have 1 hour, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it
So,
depends on who you choose, I guess. But that's
okay.
those are details that he can mail us, and we can inform him better on this. All right. So I think we can conclude if there are no extra questions.
Sure.
And all right, yeah, I see that he commented on YouTube as well that who won, the person who
Hmm.
won. So we can congratulate him again. And
Yes.
I think this was a quite good tournament, and we believe that we will keep on doing it maybe every month.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being here with you and with our viewers. I've never streamed before, so that was the first for me, and it was really fun. So I hope I will have a chance to do that
Yeah,
again.
we thank you for our guest streamer, and yeah, we hope we will see you again in the future.
And obviously, we congratulate the winner, also the second and the third place, and for the winner of a training session. Have a good one and pick
Yeah,
wisely
thank you very much
from the
all,
website.
and see you in another stream. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you.